And this would be a good game too.
Oh man,
I'm glad we're doing this at a good game.
Yeah, agreed. Hey, so like you said, man, made the wish come true, brother. I made the wish come true. You know, you said you hit me in the chair. As a matter of fact.
Yes, I did.
Shout out to Champ, by the way, the best barber in the city. In case you didn't know.
Hey, but say that one more time. They didn't hear you.
I said best barber in the city.
That's
in
right.
case you didn't know.
Talk about it.
But anyway, you know, Champ, he hit me in the chair and said, you know, CEO, I done had commentary with everybody in this league. Except for one, as Roy with the strong finish.
Man, no. He put that on the glass.
Wait.
They called a foul.
Now let me ask this: did he not finish that? Did my eyes deceive me?
No. Roy went up strong and he got it pent against the glass.
Oh, it was pent.
It was
Okay.
great
I don't know why I
defense,
thought
and
he
got
finished
bailed out
it.
by a whistle.
We don't like those. We don't like those.
I think that was a play on, but you know. It's early.
It's early.
So we'll see. We'll see how they let him play moving forward.
It's early. But yeah, man, glad to be on commentary with you finally, brother.
Man, this is a dream come true, man. I told you since last year I wanted to do it. You made it a point to make sure every game has color commentary. And I've done it with everybody you let do it, except letting me do it with you. So here we are with a good game here between the Savages and the Titans. I'm expecting a good one here today.
Yeah, no same. Now I like to do something at the beginning of every game in terms of predictions, but I tell you what, I'm gonna wait till we get about halfway through this quarter.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Okay. I might have a. Okay, I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Yeah, I gotta catch you off guard. That's
I'm not gonna get too much, but I do like. And now here's the thing: Savages, they've missed the playoffs a few seasons in a row now. They have, in my estimation, a very good coach, and they have a team to where they have guards that free up Steve. But my thing with the Savages is they feel the need by getting guards in the draft this summer, but their guards are not playing in a way that it can free up Steve and TJ. Steve and TJ have to cover a lot of what those guards are not doing. And for whatever reason, it could be some internal things. It could be, you know, their new guys getting, you know, acclimated to the level of play that SkyWest offers. So, you know, it's still early in the season, but some of the things that the Savages wanted to work on is their guard play. So Steve can be freed up to play his natural position. So TJ can play his natural position, and they take some of that ball handling responsibility off those guys. And Coach Johnson made a slight wrinkle. He started Mark this game instead of Jakari. What do you think about that move?
Now, that one I'm interested to see. You know, Mark, he has not gotten in the first couple games. He has not gotten a lot of burn, you know, off the bench. And, you know, it's one of those situations to where it's just like, hey, like, you know, I want to show what I can do. You know what I mean? Like, I want to show what I can do. I want to show that all these holes that you were saying that they have when it comes to the guards and how the guards have not been doing what they need to do.
Yep.
He wants to show, hey, I can do those things.
Yep.
So I think, you know, he's been given a golden opportunity, and, you know, we just got to see what he does with it.
I mean, getting moved into the starting lineup, what better opportunity can you get? You're playing with the other four best players on your team, so you got pieces around you. You got guys that can help you be comfortable. You just got to be assertive, just like that right there, not catching an outlet with two hands. He tried to catch it with one hand, play it a little too cool. These are the little things that separate a starting guard from a guard that comes off the bench and doesn't get the amount of minutes that he believes he should. With Steve right there at the floater, that's a starting guard right there, a decisive decision.
And see, here's the thing about SkyWest basketball, especially with where we are right now. This is a physical league. The league is getting physical. So, you know, it's a lot of guys, you know, LA Fitness, all these different places, you know, they come in and they kill.
TJ with the strong finish.
TJ gets in for 2 points. So they come in and, you know, they kill at LA Fitness. You know, they don't touch at LA Fitness. They don't do all these things. But when you come in here, like, people in your space, people crowding you, they bumping you. Like, you know, it's a very fast-paced game.
Now, here's what I say about that. When SkyWest is a league that has grown, even from this is my second season, and it's already more talented than it was last season, right? But with Sky West, you can tell who hasn't been in the gym.
Yeah, you can.
Every game day, you can tell who has not put the work in that week because guys get tired too fast. They're out of rhythm. They look rusty. Open shots, wide open shots, they shoot it with hesitation. And even on the defensive end, they're a half step slow.
Very true.
You know, and I think that was pretty much. I think that was our problem with my game. The game earlier today is that some of my guys didn't see the gym all week, and they came out here and they showed. And the one thing that I know that against the Wolves, you have to play as hard as you can, or they're going to outplay you.
True.
Because that's the hardest playing team in the league. And I think that's a foundation. That needs to be a foundation for teams like the Savages and the Titans, both who missed the playoffs last year, because their intensity level wasn't where it needed to be throughout the season. Like the Titans last year, they started off 4-1. And then the second half of the season, their record flipped. They were 1-4 last year because they weren't playing with that same fire the second half of the season. So I think in Sky West, it's not just about the talent. You gotta play hard. That's how you get W's now, and I love the way the direction the league is going.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. You have to play hard. You can't just come out and, you know, just not be in the gym all week and then think you're just going to step back on the floor and be exactly what you was the week before.
Right.
Because you also got to think, with the work that people get in the gym, you also got guys, I mean, they're playing in 3 and 4 other leagues, so they're getting work all week long. You know, so it's like you got the lab work and then you got the gameplay application. So it's like these guys are working, man. They're not just playing in one situation. So you got to get the work in, you got to get the reps up, and you honestly got to get the game reps too.
And that's the thing about basketball. It isn't just about the game reps. You got to go get in the lab and you got to work on your kinks. You got to work on your mishaps. You got to correct things within your form, even if it's your stamina, your endurance. You got to go put the work in order to come out in these games and be successful and be able to contribute. And if you're not putting that work in off the court, when you get in the game, it's going to be evident.
Very true. And James gets it over. And Zay with the shot, and it's no good. Outlet to TJ. TJ goes up for 2, and it's good for 2 points.
Reminiscence of Kevin Love right there.
Yeah.
Great
Definitely.
pass by PJ.
Kevin Love to LeBron, finish on the other end.
That overhead pass.
Yeah. Barry with the ball going to work. Barry puts up the mid-range, and no good. Rebound. Titans weren't able to hold on to it. And see, it's plays like that you just talked about, where Mark had an opportunity. It's like, hey, you got to go grab that ball and, like, go after it. It's like things like that. Like I said, and right on cue, Kari's checking into the game. It's just one of those things, man, where it's like you don't get long on the floor to really show, you know, what you can do, because, I mean, Sky West, you got to make moves quick and you got to decide things quick, because you can look up in that lead, be blown wide open quickly.
Prime example, our game. We down 19 in the fourth quarter. We brought it back down within 6 with 3 minutes left on the clock.
3 minutes left on the clock.
So a lead means nothing. You keep playing hard, string stops together, and let the chips fall where they may.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, man. This is something that I've noticed throughout the first 2 games and the first quarter of this game. Barry from the Titans. With the new additions for the Titans, which are very good players, it seems that Barry is having a tough time adjusting. Now, don't get me wrong. Barry is always going to be a solid player. He's always going to be a steady force for you. But offensively, his game hasn't been what it was last season. Do you think that has something to do with, you know, maybe it's just early season kinks he got to get out, or do you think it has something to do with the heightened level of talent that the Titans have picked up this season?
So this is what I say. Anytime, and I mean, we see this even in the pros. Like, anytime you have players that you add high-level talent to what they've already had, because you got to think, Barry's been on the Titans for a couple of seasons now, and he had one role. But then you add these other players, and now his role has changed. Even in the pros, a lot of times when players' roles change, you know, you have to find that your footing in that new role. Only person I've seen adjust to a role super quick, almost seamlessly, with no hesitation was LeBron when they said he's going to be the third option.
Yeah.
I mean, that was almost like seamless, but everybody else, for the most part, whenever you have a new role on your team, it takes some adjustment because, again, some of Barry's offensive game has been dialed back.
Yes.
To make room for Raekwon, to make room for Renzo, to make, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. And, you know, that was my thing, even with the Titans, the way they drafted. I was interested to see how that was going to work because knowing when you add firepower, you have to pull. It's only one basketball.
Yep.
So when you add firepower, it's going to pull firepower away from someone else.
Yep.
So I think it's one of those things, man. Barry is a pro. And Barry, he'll figure it out. I think he's gonna figure it out. I definitely don't think it's a skill thing. I don't think it's the league got better and left him. I don't think it's anything
not like that. No.
I don't think it's any of that. I think it's just him having to find his footing.
Yeah.
You know, with his new role. And
here's my advice to Barry. Barry, when you watch this game and you listen to this, I want you to really pay attention and take what I'm saying to heart. Just because you have added talent to your team doesn't mean you have to take a step back. It just means you have to make an adjustment. So some of the shots you get where it took you 2 or 3 dribbles, you're going to have to figure out how to get those shots in one dribble or less in a catch-and-shoot situation. You have to move more on offense. You have to screen more. You have to make yourself available in more situations. That's how you adjust when you have to make an adjustment to make room for somebody else on the offensive end. So, Barry, when you're listening to this, continue to move your body as much as you can on offense and continue to find those gaps. Those gaps are what's going to help you continue to get the same looks that you got, but it helps you scale back and also make room, like you said, for the new additions that you have to the team that are supposed to help you guys offensively.
Yeah. And TJ puts up a shot and no good. Rebound. Oh, there was no communication there, and Titans were able to come up with it. Larry goes up, dumps it down to James, and it gets sent out of here.
TJ. Now, I've covered both of the Savage games this season, and one thing I want to say about TJ is TJ has brought the defensive energy this season. TJ
He has. Man, did you see the block that he had on top 10 last week?
Yes, I did.
Man.
And he's had multiple plays like that in both games. And he's just had another play just like that right there, blocking that shot here at the end of the first quarter without fouling, might I add.
Yeah, it's one of those things, man, where it's just like when you look at
They got Fireball Jones over here.
I'm about to say Fireball Jones over here. He's crashing the stream right now. He just played in our last game. Come on over here, Fireball. What we talking about, Fireball? What we got going on?
Man, I'm just saying, man, I can't be the littlest one on the court and I can't get a foul call. But when I'm out there guarding 6'5", 6'6" guys that can't move.
Now, I will say this, because we were talking about that because Fletcher was trying to back him down and he was standing flat-footed. I was like, oh, he told him, oh, that mess is weak.
I ain't going nowhere.
Hey, but there were some though. I will give you that. There were some. Now I will say there were some on the other side too. The whole thing on y'all's game was a little wonky, if you ask me.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
It took y'all 3.5 quarters to wake up.
It did. What do y'all think about KB? Ain't played the whole first half.
I was wondering about that. Was that a coach's choice?
He's coming from the East Point game. And he left his jersey at home. So he came here, he had to send somebody to go get his jersey. They ain't played to the second half.
Yeah. Gotcha. TJ with the ball, going in.
13 playing with sweats under his shorts is egregious work. It's egregious work.
He'll be taken care of. That's horrible. Awful.
It look like his skin is saggy, man.
Say that again. Talk to me. What you say?
That guy wearing sweats underneath his shorts.
Yeah,
like
man.
He got saggy skin, man.
Yeah. We got to fix that. We can't have that. Not part of the dress code.
But now let me say this. This is one of those trap games for the Titans, in my estimation.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is because of the way the Savages play defense this season. And case in point, it's 11-all to start the second quarter. this is the type of game the Savages pull out. These are the ones that they like to play because, if we're being honest, physicality isn't the Titans' strong suit. And that showed last week when they played the Wolves and they took that loss to the Wolves. The physicality, the sense of urgency, the defensive pressure, the levels was much lower than the Wolves last week.
Agreed.
And I'm interested in seeing the toughness, the mental fatigue that the Titans displayed this week, because last week was a tough lesson for them, and I want to see how tough the Titans are. And this is one of those games they're going to have to tough out because they're not going to be able to blow these guys out.
Okay, so you actually beat me to it. Dog. I knew I should have asked you in the first quarter when I was going to. I was going to ask you, what is your prediction on this game, sir? And not in who's going to win, but what do you think? Are we going to have a blowout on our hands, or is it going to be a barn burner?
I think it's going to be a barn burner. But I think, because if you think about it, when you watch Savage games, they always lose it the last 5 minutes of the fourth quarter. They're never out of a game.
True, very, very true.
I think this is one of those games where they finally figure it out. You know, especially with the new additions that the Titans have, they're still trying to figure out an identity. They know there could be a good scoring team, but they don't have an identity defensively.
Yeah.
And I think playing the Savages is one of those teams, if you don't know who you are, that's a game you could very well much lose, even if you are a team that can't compete for a title. So, to answer your question, I got Titans to pull this out at the very end. Not the Titans, I'm sorry. I take that
Savages,
back.
I know you meant. I knew what you meant. The
Savages pulling
Savages.
this out at the end. I got a 4-point win for the Savages.
4-point win for the Savages. All right, that's it. That's the money line. 4-point win for the Savages. And Barry going to work. Barry with the step through, and no good.
You see Barry taking that step back offensively to let other guys eat. You can see it in the hesitation in his moves. Last year, Barry made those moves without even thinking about it.
Yeah.
But him not knowing when and where his spots is going to be just yet. See, there he is, still hustling, still going to play defense. It's just the offensive side. Here go new addition Ray here, coast to coast, finish.
And Ray good for 2 points.
Two-point game, Savage.
2-point game. Kari with the ball. Gets it over to PJ. PJ thought about the shot. Goes for the jab. PJ steps back, pulls it up, and no good. And Ray with the ball. Ray looking to go coast to coast again. TJ gets his hand on it, and it's going to stay Titans ball.
There's TJ again in the middle of the play with good hands. Look at what Coach Johnson is doing. He's giving Jakari and Mark 5 to 7 minute spurts, and they're subbing for one another, which is great, man. You get 5 to 7 minutes to go out there and produce, you can't complain. You can't complain at all.
Now, you're a coach in this league, right? You're a coach in this league. My question for you is, what have you seen in this 5 to 7 minutes? Does it say, give me more minutes?
No, it does not. Not yet. Jakari, see, here's the thing. With the roster that the Savages have, Jakari and Mark just need to be initiators. Mm-hmm. Initiator doesn't always mean be a facilitator or just get it to the guys that's going to score, but you have to initiate the offense. You have to initiate the attack. If you have an early attack the gap. If you have a mismatch, you have to be assertive enough to make that command so your teammate exploits that mismatch. From what I'm seeing here is Mark and Jakari are not vocal enough. Mm-hmm. They're not taking command of their team. They're not commanding the pace, creating the pace that they would like to play at. It's Steve, it's TJ, it's PJ. There's no leadership coming from that point guard position, and that's all that they're missing right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If those guys just collectively, hey, bro, we know we're gonna split the minutes, but this is what we got to do when one of us is out there, because we're never gonna play together. So we got to be more vocal. We have to be able to point guys in the right direction, put guys in the right spot, recognize mismatches, be the coach on the floor, be the extra brain that the team needs, especially when I have the horses that I have, you know? And I just think that, you know, it may be their personality. It may be that they're still not comfortable. It could be a multitude of things. But if the Savages want to be good, This is the play I'm talking about. If the Savages want to be good, their point guard has to make plays. They have to lead the fight.
And here's the thing: the Savages are at their best when Steve, PJ, and TJ are free to just score.
Yes.
You know what I mean? When they're not trying to figure out how to get everybody involved, whatever. It's just, hey, when it's coming to you, your number is being called.
Yep.
We need you to score. Yep. But honestly, and granted, like, let's be real. Steve is still a top, if he wanted and needed to be, a top point guard in this league.
He could be, yes.
But
absolutely.
the best version of Steve is when you have him free to just score the ball.
Yep.
When he can score the ball and he can just do whatever he wants to do in that moment, and somebody else is worried about getting everybody involved.
And when it comes to Steve is the same as TJ. If you put them in positions to be aggressive and to be able to look for their shot, that's where their playmaking comes from. Because both of them are very unselfish. So if you can get them downhill, you can get them in positions where they're comfortable. When the defense adjusts to them, that's when they start finding their teammates. And I just think that they need to continue to find ways to put their best guys in the best positions possible, which is going to help the other guys become more comfortable so they'll be better down the road. You know what I'm saying?
Something else I'm looking at in this game, too, the Titans got 1 million rebounds.
Now that's
Offensive rebounds, I mean, they're getting 4 and 5 looks. Here goes another one right there. They're getting 4 and 5 looks at it because, I mean, the Savages are not rebounding. It took them 5 tries just to get that one.
And I was just going to say, just looking at the body language, look at how they walking off the court, hands on the hips, heavy breathing. I was just going to say, look like the Savages need a timeout, regroup, get a breather, maybe get some subs in, get guys a couple-minute breather. But the Titans are the biggest team in the league, from top to bottom. So one of the biggest things that I'm seeing wrong with the Savages on the defensive end is that they're getting the stops because they're causing them to miss.
Yeah.
They're not finishing their defensive possessions with a rebound. You don't get a stop until you get the rebound. So, with that being said, the Savages need to focus on cleaning up that defensive rebounding because the Titans are rebounding at this rate on the offensive end. It's going to get ugly for the Savages.
Yeah, I agree. And look, and here's the crazy part. We're over halfway through the second quarter, and we haven't even cracked 20 points yet.
Nope. The quarter started at 11-11.
It started at 11-11.
So this is one of those grinded out, nasty, ugly games.
So let me ask you this then. What's happening? Is it that the offense is that bad, or is it the defense is that good?
I think it's a lot of hesitation on each team. Both of these teams do not have an identity offensively. Even as talented as the Titans, they don't know what they want to. They don't know.
I'm going to tell you, but you know what? I'm going to tell you why offensively with the Titans, as Steve is bringing up the ball, I'm going to tell you why it looks a little different. Don Julio initiates a lot of their offense with the Titans, and typically their identity kind of plays off of him. He's not here today. That was a strong take by Mark for 2 points.
Go, Mark. Maybe that'll loosen them up a little bit.
And Zoe bringing up the ball. Zoe gets the screen. Zoe thought about the shot, gets it over to Zay. Zay gets it out to Raquan. Raquan puts it up, and no good. With the outlet to Roy, no good.
Maybe he should have got it to a guard on that one.
Dump out to Troy. Troy out to Renzo. Renzo with the jab. Out to Raquan. Zoe puts it up, and it's good for 3 points.
That's the guy they got to get going. Renzo is one of those guys that can put the ball in the bucket at a high level.
Yes, he can.
Without Don Julio, he's going to have to be a bit more aggressive offensively.
Yeah, he is. He definitely is. He definitely, and that's why I say what I say when I'm saying, like, you know, Don Julio typically initiates the offense, and they all play as he plays. You know, Don Julio, he's going to hit some tough shots, and, you know, the Titans weren't happy about that. They didn't like that foul call just there. Look, Steve was a little out of control on that one, but, you know, I mean, hey, even, and this is the thing that I feel like basketball players don't understand sometimes. Regardless of what you feel like the other person is doing, you have to control what you do as well. Because if he's out of control and you still are playing hard defense and you bump his body or whatever, it's not about him being out of control. It's a foul.
Yep.
You know, and again, not what you a lot of times as ball players, we think something is or is not a foul. But it's like if you check, like according to what the rule says, it's a foul. Savage is able to come back up with it, and they lose it, and Ray with the shot, no good. Titans come up with it. Barry goes hard to the basket, and no good. TJ looking to attack. TJ goes up, tough layup, no good. Zay goes up, and it's going to be a foul. Blocking foul, going to the line for 2 shots.
Now let me ask you this: what was the difference with TJ's missed layup down here?
There was no difference. It was the same thing. It was literally the same play back to back. And my thing is, I'm not going for either one to get called. But if you're gonna call one, call the other one.
That's
or if you're not gonna call that one down there, let that one go down there. That's all I'm saying.
The only difference is the Titans player fell to the ground and the Savages player didn't.
Exactly.
That's the only difference. Now what I'm noticing is the Titans don't have. They also have a situation at point guard to where they don't have a true point guard.
The Titans?
They have guys that can handle the ball and make a play, but they don't have a guy that's out there looking to keep them organized. So I think sometimes offensively they look a little chaotic because of that reason. But with Corey being on the team, I believe through the grapevine, DeAllen may be coming back. So they'll be able to rectify that small issue that they have. But until that time comes, their offense may look a little out of sorts, being that some guys may have to play out of position because of their point guard play is not there yet.
And I think I was about to say it. So DeAllen coming back will help with a lot of that.
Oh yeah.
DeAllen coming back. He had, even if you look at some of the games that they won last year, when it came down the stretch, DeAllen was the one with the ball in his hands.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I just really think it's a situation of, just really, just making sure that when he comes back, I hope that doesn't cause other members of the Titans to fall back, because I think they need everybody.
Yep.
I hope it doesn't make them fall back even further. But I definitely agree with you on that. They definitely need, somebody to organize the offense. Because even if you look here, like, it's just a lot of isolation ball right now. Like, Ray's had the ball in his hands. Like, you see the shot clock is about to go out, and they had to shoot that shot.
Yep.
All right, Mark is here. Mark with the quick pull-up, and no good. No good. Rebound, PJ.
Aggressive. You don't always have to Europe. Sometimes you got to go through the contact and make the right play. That's a play. If I was able to go back in time, I would tell Ray, there's no need to Euro step that. Mm-hmm. You have the angle, you have the step on him. Go up strong, go through his shoulder. Because if he's not going to be directly in front of you, then I mean you have the angle on the glass to be able to get the layup on that one. So don't worry about, as Steve hits that three there, it looks like Steve might try to wake up to try to give the Savages the lead here going into halftime, but Ray has to go up strong on that layup.
And see, here's the thing. Like I said, when Steve can just go as he wants and not have to worry about trying to get somebody involved, Barry going straight to it.
Yep.
Renzo puts up the shot. No good. Fighting for the rebound, and it's going to be Savage's ball.
Savage is making a move here. It's a good sub here. This is a good sub giving PJ a break. They got to go through Steve on this possession.
Yeah.
Steve or TJ need to touch the ball here. You see Mark directing traffic? Give Steve a down screen? Look at that. Steve just has to make that one. But that's how you direct traffic. 2-for-1 opportunity here. Foul on Mark. 42 seconds, 2-point game. Titans up 2. A stop in the score would be very big for the Savages here. Well, also on the other side, Titans have a 2-for-1 opportunity. They get a shot up.
They do. James with the pump fake, steps back outside, and it's good for 3 points.
2 for 1. You get a stop here, and you're going to have about 8 to 10 seconds to get down and score.
TJ slowing it down, and Roy almost got the putback, but it was no good.
You got to get it up the floor and foul. Don't tell me he goes to the free throw line here, too. And he's shooting. Bad foul there.
Yeah, that foul was unnecessary.
First half, we have a score of 28-21. Titans lead the Savages by 7. What do you think so far about that first half?
It's just kind of like you said. Titans are showing that they are the biggest team in the league. I mean, the Savages are getting killed on the offensive glass.
Yes, they are.
Titans are getting 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th chances, at shots. So it's just kind of it's getting late, ain't it, brother?
Oh, yeah. I couldn't stop it. I had to let that one out.
Yeah, they're getting plenty of chances at the basket. So it's just kind of one of those things where, the Savages, they're going to have to box out. But all in all, we're not panicking too much. I think, they're in a good position, as you can see. I mean, the score is not, it's only a 7-point game. So I think the Titans, on their end, like you said, finding their offensive identity is just going to be big.
Yeah, and I think the Savages are playing too fast.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to play at a pace that speeds up the Titans, but it's only allowed them to have 21 points in 20 minutes. I think the Savages need to slow it down a little bit. They need to, every possession, PJ, Steve, or TJ needs to touch the ball. Unless it's a fast break. If it's a half-court set, one of those guys have to touch it. You have to play through one of those guys. That's the only way they're going to be able to stay in the game, to be able to attack them late in the game, if that makes sense. So the Savages have to clean that up, and then they also have to get on the glass. And the easiest way, now don't get me wrong, rebounding is all about effort.
Mm-hmm.
You can't teach effort.
That's true. That's very true.
Or you don't, right? But the first and quickest way to clean up the glass is, as soon as you see someone on the opposing team shoot the ball, 2 things have to happen. Number 1, we have to have a contest, even if it's a late contest. Number 2, before you go, there should be no ball watching. When the shot goes up, don't watch the flight of the ball. Find the body, check the body, and then go for the rebound. You have to stop offensive rebounds. You have to knock them off their straight line. If you allow offensive rebound to go to a straight line, to that open gap, to allow him to get that offensive rebound, you're going to get killed all game.
Yeah.
So you have to check a body, then go get the rebound on the flight of the ball.
Yeah, well, we are going to take a quick commercial break for the rest of this halftime. We will be right back with SkyWest basketball action in just a second.
Thank you for watching SkyWest Basketball, presented by the Faith Channel.
Welcome back. Did you miss me? I know you did. So with that being said, it's a new season. We are here to eat. Okay, I know y'all think y'all want to watch a basketball game, but y'all are coming to eat. I mean, I hear it all the time, so it's cool. We're gonna have our regulars at the concession stand. Hot dogs, hamburgers, nachos, Yes, we're gonna have brisket. Okay, but with the new season comes new items, and we feel like we're gonna change it up a little bit for you. We're gonna have the option for brisket sliders. Those are actually shareable for those that can't, actually do a whole sandwich by yourself, or if you don't want to look greedy, nobody's counting, right? But the biggest surprise that we have, slushies, guys. Do you see this? Let me pour it. You see how it hits that cup? Okay. Now that's good. Okay.
If you have kids, tell them to come over and get a slushie because I'm a kid too, and this slushie is great.
So you make sure that you're in the building. After you pay to get in, you know what the next stop's gonna be? The concession stand, okay? And make sure you stop by and see me, buy you some stuff, you know what I'm saying? And then you can go in there and cheer for your team, okay? All right, so let's go SkyWest basketball.
We're here to unlock greatness.
What they say doesn't matter. What I do defines me.
Respect is our currency.
Brotherhood is our culture. What comes between us? Nothing.
We are family. We are competition.
We are
SkyWest basketball.
What's up, y'all? We got Nana's Cafe here, and we are partnering with SkyWest Basketball. For the first time in 12 seasons, we're gonna have the best acai bowls in this state at the concessions. Each and every Sunday, each and every game, you will have the option to get the best acai bowls. We got a protein acai, we got a mango acai, and we got a classic acai bowl, all right? We got all the best fruits, fresh fruits, strawberry, blueberries, blackberry, pineapples, bananas. We bring in real refreshing, rejuvenating options for you so you can stay strong and cheer on your team. All right, let's get it.
right, and welcome back to the third quarter here, started the second half. We have the Titans up 34-30 as PJ just knocked down the three. And like I was talking earlier, man, I see Barry is now asserting himself. They're looking for him on the block multiple plays in a row. He's getting baskets, and we have a defensive 3 seconds call here on PJ right after he hits the three. And it's a very welcoming sight to see Barry picking his spots and getting more assertive on the offensive end. And it's wonderful to see that he's shooting here the defensive 3-second technical shot here. And he's good. It's good to see Barry coming out in this second half, really choosing to assert himself. It's a very much needed look for the Titans, and he has to do this every game. He cannot take plays off. Every time he has an opening in one of his spots where he feels like he has an advantage, he has to be aggressive and assertive, asking for the ball as he does here. Feels like he has a mismatch. And one. There he goes. Barry is woken up, fellas. He has woken up, people. It's a very welcoming sight, Barry. You go ahead, man. You're a bad boy. You just got to keep proving it every single time you step on the floor. No games off. Barry is making guys unplayable right now. And he knocks it down. Steve brings it up here, right side of the floor. Renzo Gardner with Roy coming to set a ball screen. Roy with the offensive rebound, putback, and one. And what I believe here is that the Savages are going to continue to make plays to keep themselves close to where they can strike at the end of the game and get this W by surprise. That's why my prediction was what it was. I do believe the Savages have a chance to pull this out at the end. But with the way Barry has woken up, the way Lorenzo has played to end the first half, it looks like it's going to be one of those games that comes down to who can sustain longer, who can string together more stops in a row. Because right now they're just trading baskets. The first team that chooses to get 3 or 4 stops in a row is going to win this game. And we have a timeout on the floor. 7 minutes left here in the third quarter. We'll be right back after these messages.
Thank you for watching SkyWest Basketball, presented by the Faith Channel.
As soon as we come out of that timeout, Barry still at it and one. Completes the free throw. He has got the crowd into this one. Barry has completely taken over this basketball game. The Titans are up 41-32 with point guard Mark for the Savages getting a little bit of trouble. Kicks it out to TJ. TJ looking to work here. Calls off the ball screen with Roy. TJ to the hole, foul. Going up for 2. 2 shots at the line.
What a difference a few minutes makes.
Barry, man, you missed it. Barry just went on a 8-9-0 run by himself.
There it is. There it is. Just like you said. But see, he has room right now to do that as well.
And the room comes from him creating the room.
Yeah.
He's not taking a back seat to any of his teammates. He is now showing them, hey, I'm going to be assertive. We can go through me until you guys get a little bit more comfortable. This is the Barry that the Titans need in order to compete for a championship.
TJ puts it up, shot no good. And Barry in the mix yet again.
It looks like the referee granted the Titans a timeout.
All right, so let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So the Titans, you said Barry, he went on a 8 or 9-0 run by himself.
Yes.
Now, this is what I'm looking at. I'm looking at body language right now. All the Titans are up. I look over at the Savages. The Savages are over in the middle talking. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Savages. Everybody else is sitting on the bench looking out of it. So it's at this point in the game, and man, let me tell you, I don't know that basketball players, a lot of them truly understand how important the third quarter is.
Oh man.
Because it sets you up for what you're going to have to do in the fourth, one way or another. Are you going to be able to coast in the fourth and stay in control of the game, or are you going to have to play from behind?
Right.
When your body language in the third is looking crazy, and your body language is looking like we're already out of it, you're just digging yourself a hole for the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and it's the morale of the team. Doing things like that. TJ off shot from the left side for three-pointer. Renzo with the rebound. It's things like that, the body language. It depletes the morale of the team. Guys are upset they're not getting the minutes they feel like they should get, or they're upset for whatever reason. So they're not doing the things to keep the team together. As Steve knocks down a right wing three-pointer, they're not doing the things that keep the team together, keep the energy up, keep the enthusiasm. And the Titans, they're locked in together. Guys haven't been playing. They're up, they're cheering.
They're cheering, yeah.
Because even if I'm not in the game, I'm still in the fight.
Yep. Say that one again.
Even though I'm not in the game, I'm still in the fight.
Man.
So if you got your teammates out there fighting and you sitting on the bench upset or you're in your feelings, how does that help the morale of your team?
Very true. Mark puts up a shot and it's good for 3 points.
You need the bench to bring you energy before the crowd.
True.
And that's why the Titans are up right now. Their bench has the energy. The Savages do not. But the Savages are still fighting, and Barry is still scoring. Barry has completely changed the complexity of this game with his third quarter so far.
Didn't Barry have a headband on to start the game?
Yeah, he took that off.
I was about to say, Barry took that headband off and then went crazy.
Larry goes to the hole, deflected off of his own chest, and it's a turnover.
That was a good deflection by Steve.
A missed opportunity down here for the Titans. These are the things that keep the Savages in the game. This is what I say about the Savages. No matter what they look like on offense, they'll have a bad possession, bad shot just like that there. That was a bad shot by TJ. He still have 13 seconds on the shot clock, and he shot a contested three. He needs to break the defense down, get 2 feet in the paint. A three-pointer needs to come from a drive and a kick, not a pick and roll. You don't use the screen. You don't come off the screen hard, and you just pull back for three. That's a bad
Mark
possession.
puts up another shot, and it's good for another 3 points.
Move the ball around. You find the open man. Open man knocks down the shot. Larry here, ISO with TJ. Swings it to Renzo. Renzo, Steve in his defensive stance. Right screen from
Renzo puts it up, shot no good, and Reyes right there to put it back in.
That's what we were talking about right there. On the flight of the ball, PJ should have checked Ray. Instead, he let Ray have a straight line, and he got the tip in.
this energy that you're feeling from the Titans, they're not that far ahead.
No.
You would think that this is probably like a 15-point game, but they're actually not that far ahead.
The Titans are sticking around. Sticking around.
And see, here's the thing. They have to, you got to give Marcus credit because Marcus hit some big shots. And then Steve matches him on another one. And now can go to the line for a 4-point play.
This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying. The Savages, if they find an identity offensively, they're a team with no identity offensively, and they're in every single game because their defense is good enough.
Yeah.
Their offense, their roster has enough talent to compete with anybody. Organization and a foundation is all the Savages need. And right now, with them finding the right pace is keeping them in this game. Their defense getting timely stops is the reason why this is another one, a timely stop, a foundation, kick out for 3.
And Steve is on fire.
I mean, everything that I'm talking about is coming to fruition, and you can see it happening in real time. Here's another possession where the Savages can get another stop, but it's good that the Titans have slowed it down, get organized. That's a bad shot. That's not a shot you need right now. Bad pass. Again, that's a clear path foul. That's a clear path. And that's a tug of the jersey. That's not a basketball play, and it's in the open floor. That's a clear path.
Now,
that's 2 shots in the ball.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
Just like that.
The Titans need a timeout. You know, just to kind of reel them in for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Coach Backus definitely needs to call a timeout right now.
Yeah,
right
their heads are out of it. I see people arguing on the floor like their heads is out of it. Like, it's a lot going on.
Guys are showing their hands. Looks like we had a discrepancy with Larry and someone in the crowd.
Apparently some talk was going on.
Just seeing what the ref said that some of the people in the crowd are talking crazy.
Fans talking a little crazy.
This is 1-3. You guys keep your basketball, keep it light. Thank you. Thank you. We continue.
All right, and we getting back to it. You know, just had a little talk in there.
I'm in 100% agreement with Larry. The only thing that I disagree with is that he's holding on to it.
Yeah, you got to move on now. You got to check back into the game now.
It's over with.
Yeah.
Your team, the referees rectified it. You got to let it go now.
Yeah.
You got to stay locked into this ball game because Larry's energy is going to be needed for them to win this game. Good D by James.
And Roy puts it up.
Now earlier, the first game that first 2 games that I called of the season, I called the Savages' first 2 games, and I've been saying that as the season goes on,
when the game slows down for Roy
is going to slow down, and it still hasn't slowed down, but you can see it.
Yeah.
Like his first game compared to this game, he's a lot more under control.
Yeah.
He's slowed down. Everything's not in a rush. And look at him now. He's blocking shots. He's grabbing rebounds in traffic. He's catching dump off passes in traffic. Great hands, being able to get the ball on the rim. Sometimes he doesn't finish. Sometimes he does, just like he did there for the 3-point play. Oh, the air ball, the free throw. That doesn't matter. Keep your head up, big fella. It happens. LeBron James air ball. The most free throws.
It's crazy when you're talking about somebody and they do that, and literally as you're giving them the kudos, but it's all good. Ray gets it down to Barry.
Good defense. Barry right back at him through his chest, turn around, off shot. Rebound by Roy, there we go.
Hey, let me tell you.
Steve got his back.
I'm gonna tell you
Outlet to
something
Mark.
else too.
Get back to him. No, the shot clock never reset. The shot clock never reset.
Okay, I thought they were about to say that. I was like, no, that was a great sequence, actually. And you know what I also appreciate in that sequence? Roy could have took that ball and took off.
He did.
But he literally was patient. He caught it and gave it right to Steve
And
like
he kept
that.
running with the guard.
And he kept running
If they
with
didn't blow
him.
that whistle, Steve could have got to the rim. Roy could have followed for offensive rebound. Or Steve could have drew the defense. Nice little dump off to Roy right down the middle of the floor. We might have saw a highlight.
Roy
On this
coming up,
possession,
setting
I
the
like-
screen. PJ looking to go to work. Oh, PJ with the hezzy, and he gets it to go for a 2-1.
The Savages, they close the lead, now they got a lead. I'm telling you, the Savages make the Titans play against all 5 of their guys. They help out, they rebound. But see, here's the thing. Coming down, it's 1 minute left in this third quarter. That means there's 11 minutes left in this ball game. The final 11 minutes of this ball game, I think the Savages, they have cleaned up the offensive rebounding problem. They're starting to get on that glass and limit them to one shot or a turnover. The one thing that the Savages are going to need to do is to play defense without fouling. That's one of their biggest things that they're going to have to do moving forward for the rest of this game is playing defense without fouling. Because right now, Barry is living at the line.
He is. He really is.
Yeah, I think we just witnessed Barry's best quarter thus far.
This season, yeah.
This season.
Yeah. And Barry gets the second free throw to go.
I'd like to see PJ get a touch here. There we go. There's
right on cue. You called for it.
There it is. There it is. That's the one thing that the Savages, even though they came back, the one thing they cannot forget about is when PJ has a mismatch, he has to touch the ball. And with his talent level, he can touch it. You can ice him at the three-point line if he feels like he has a foot speed advantage, like he does with Troy. That's why I believe that he should have got it on this possession just now. Got to make his free throws. But when PJ has a mismatch, he has to touch it.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. PJ's one of those guys to where he can be a massive nightmare for people, you know, just based on, like you said, he can, for smaller guards, he can pound them down low, or smaller players, and then when you got taller guys whose feet aren't as fast, you know, he can go around.
Oh, PJ's down.
Yeah, I think he ran into PJ. Now, this is one thing I will say that I've seen. You know what? We got 30 seconds left in this quarter. I'm gonna hold this until we finish out this quarter.
I think maybe with 30 seconds, 24 seconds left to go in this third quarter, this would be a good time to get PJ out of the game. He gets the end of the quarter rest and a timeout rest.
They were sorry, folks at home. They were asking me about a towel. Yeah, we just said we're gonna get some towels because we don't want everybody over in the corner doing the LA Fitness stomp. We don't want that. Renzo goes up. And it looks like the Savages are going to play for the last shot. Steve has had the hot hand. Steve gets the screen, he puts it up, and it's still good. Who is he? See, they act like you know that he's washed up and he's a has-been and he's all the things. You know, it's like who is he? Now this is what I was gonna say. When it comes to the Titans and the Titans basketball, it's one of those things where the Titans have explored more of a one-on-one basketball style. And I think that's honestly how we got here.
Yeah.
They've been playing more one-on-one. The Titans are the most dangerous team in this league when they play together.
Yes. Because they don't have a weak link.
They don't have a weak link. So when they play together, they're the most dangerous team, arguably, in this league. But when they do what they've been doing, where everybody's just kind of going to get a shot,
taking turns,
that's when you get, I'm not going to say the worst version of the Titans, but not the championship contending Titans they could be.
You get a beatable version of the Titans.
Beatable version.
And that's why they're down 3 going into this fourth quarter, is because their shots are coming from ISOs. ISO three-point line, ISO on post-ups. There's no 3, 4, 5, 6 passes possessions. You know what I'm saying? Making the defense shift. Creating lanes, creating gaps by moving the ball, players moving their bodies. So we'll see how they make, what adjustments they made for this fourth quarter, because it's do or die now.
Yeah, it's do or die time now. Very interested to see who rises to the occasion in this fourth quarter. Renzo over to Troy. Out to Penn, and shot no good. Steve with the rebound.
Steve, slow it down here. Slow it down here.
I think Steve letting this fly. I'm about to say he either letting it fly or attacking. One of the two.
This is why you see an offensive rebound. I mean, he got a defensive rebound, and I like the fact that he tried to get it to half court as fast as he can. But once he seen that he had no numbers with a 3-point lead against a team like the Titans, I would like for him to use a little bit of that shot clock. Then he on the inbound throws a turnover, backcourt violation.
Yeah, it's a backcourt violation. See, it's that crucial time where stuff like that matters.
Yep, the team that makes the most mistakes is going to be the one that loses this game.
Because see, I'm gonna tell you what happened. The Savages made a mistake, and the Titans didn't capitalize on it.
Another inbound turnover.
Not able to get it to fall, and we are going to the line for 2 shots.
The last 2 times the Savages took the ball out of bounds, they turned the ball over. These are unforced turnovers. They have to rectify these things in these moments, because those little, you might not think too much of it at 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter, but those are the things that help you lose a game.
Yeah.
And these are the things this is where point guard play comes into play. You know what I'm saying? A point guard that can deal with physicality, can give him an open hand to pass the ball to, or even take the ball out and make a secure pass.
Yeah.
You know? So.
And Ray good on both free throws.
These are the little things. The little things.
And this is what you say. You say they lose the game. I mean, I feel like that's kind of the going thing for the Savages right now. If there was a scouting report, is that, hey, they're going to give it back to you in the fourth quarter. So just stay solid till the fourth quarter, because fourth quarter, Savages going to give it back to you.
Yep.
I think this would be a huge game to make a statement to where it's like, hey, no, we're not.
Exactly.
We're going to close this game out.
Just like when you asked me earlier my prediction of this game. I told you the Savages are going to do enough to be in this game come fourth quarter. They're going to do enough. No matter what the mistakes that they made, they're a team with enough talent and scrappy enough to where they're going to be in the game at the end. It's just a matter of them growing up and closing games.
Yeah.
This is going to be another moment where they can show their growth. They can show what they've learned from experience losing these type of games.
Yeah.
You go into the fourth with a 3-point lead, close it out. Close it out. And the part of closing it out is making your free throws.
Making your free throws, yeah. That's 2 big misses.
That's the one thing.
And Troy with an immediate 2 points.
Now, I want the viewers at home to hear me and hear me good when I say this. If you want to be a scorer or a closer, you have to make the easy ones. The easy ones meaning your open shots, the easy pull-ups, your free throws. You have to be able to make those, because those are the shots.
All right, here we go. Now, so this is what we said. Now, that's a very good timeout for the Savages, because I'm going to tell you what just happened.
And the clock is still running.
Clock's still running. They
called it at 8 minutes. That's still 50 seconds.
So here's the thing, and this is what I was going to talk about, essentially just why I think that timeout was a great timeout. When the Titans play team basketball, they are dangerous.
Yep.
I mean, Renzo could have took that shot himself, but he gave it over to Raquan in the corner.
Yep.
and you saw the result. And it's just like now we see a little distance in this score.
Yep.
So that's why I'm saying, like, look, man, like, Savages, pull this one out. Y'all had the lead in the fourth quarter. Pull this one out. Don't live up to the stigma. You know, Steve is having a great game. You know, you would love to be able to see him walk away with the win, not just these great numbers.
Yes.
I mean, he's had his best game this season so far.
Yes, he
You
has.
would love to see him walk away with the win as opposed to just another great game with, you know, with numbers. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
But the only way that that's going to happen, they have to take care of the ball, they have to rebound, and they got to play defense. Like, and they cannot let the Titans find this team stride.
Yeah,
because when they find that stride, it's trouble.
Now, what my coaches, one of my coaches, great coach, once told me, named Steve Boyack, a high school head coach. He told me in basketball, you pass up good for great.
It's true.
Right? So you may have a good shot, but one extra turns into a great shot.
Yep.
You got somebody closing out on you, you got enough time to get it off. Cool, that's a good shot. But if you pass it one more, you got a teammate wide open in the corner. That's a great shot. Jakari looks like he's struggling with some of the pressure. I like Mark to finish this game.
And with the way that he's been playing, I think so too. Also, I thought I saw something on Kari's hand. It looks like he took it off. I think he has an injury right now. I know before he said that he had dislocated his finger. So I believe Kari also has an injury.
But I do believe that's why they have Jakari in this game to start the fourth quarter, because I think they're going to finish this game with Mark on the floor. And they got Mark standing up. Looks like he might be subbing in soon.
And Troy with a tough finish.
Troy might be top 3 rebounder in this league. That's not a might. He's for sure top 3 rebounder in this league.
Savages are going one-on-one. Now, I will say TJ is one to go to in this moment.
Yeah.
But I don't want the Savages to get too caught up in one-on-one.
TJ's been pretty quiet on the offensive end. It would do the Savages justice if he woke up a little bit and asserted himself.
Penn puts it up, shot no good. Rebound, PJ. I say Steve is taking this one all the way himself.
Gotta finish. PJ with the tip follow.
And Penn with the turnover. Steve goes all the way up and it's no good, but some pads are knocked over and Steve will go to the line for 2 shots. Crucial free throws, and Steve hits the first one.
Very nice. Yep, Mark comes in for Jakari. And it looks like Roy's going to get a quick breather here as well.
And the second free throw is good. And inside to Larry. Larry down to Troy, and it came out. Barry puts it back up. No good.
Savages got to rebound the ball.
It's like I told you, that all them offensive rebounds.
They're watching the flight of the shot.
Yeah.
They're not checking the body. They're watching the ball come off the rim and trying to out-jump them. You got to check a body. The Titans are too big of a team for you to try to out-re-jump them. You got to do the little things. The fundamentals is what's going to win you this ball game. All
right, champ, we coming down to the wire. Who's going to pull it out?
I got the Savages, man.
You got the Savages?
I think this is one of those close games they finally figure it out. It's the rebounding. It's those boards. Every time a shot goes up, the Titans have 2 or 3 guys in there right underneath the basket pushing Savages around.
Yeah.
Savages have to toughen up, check a body, and keep them off the glass.
Yeah, true.
There's another offensive rebound.
There it is, offensive rebounds.
It's fatigue.
Quick, it's gonna be a quick shot.
Fatigue
But
makes
again,
cowards out of ball.
see, here's the thing. I say quick shot, but I mean, TJ, how can you?
Good pass. What a pass from Renzo Ray.
If I have enough, I might take a timeout because they look tired.
They look gassed.
They look kind of gassed.
And Troy did have 2 arms around him.
Yeah, he hugged him a little bit.
Not a bad foul, because that was definitely about to be a bucket.
I just want to say it's 10 o'clock at night. They're going to hurt my heart if they go into overtime. Mark with the big shot, and it's good for 3
That's
points.
what I'm talking about right there. Big shot by Mark.
So I ask my question again. Have you seen anything that has said, hey, give me some more minutes?
Offensively, as far as contributing offensively, I believe Mark has played his way into the rotation a bit more. I still would like to see him being more vocal as a lead guard. And again, continue to show a bit more toughness and not try to sell a call on the defensive end.
These are some big free throws coming up.
And the guy they want shooting the free throws, those big free throws, is at the line. 1 point game, 2:46 to go. Oh, that hurts.
Well, they say pressure burst pipes or make diamonds. They gotta get one of these.
I believe Steve will make this one. He's not doing nothing less than a split. Steve is normally 80-85% from the line.
Yeah.
Fatigue, time of the game, pressure, all that plays in a part when you're up there by yourself.
True. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. You have to agree with that. I was literally, if he had not called that, I was literally about to say, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And look, I know the Savages are mad, but I'm like, no, we watched that in real time.
Yeah, Steve was riding him.
Renzo got fouled. He got fouled. Raekwon going to work on Mon, and it's another foul.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie on that one. That one, I'm not in agreement with that foul call.
That one might be a play on.
He looked like he had his hand on top of that ball right there.
Yeah, that one might be a play on. I would have to go. That's one of them ones I got to go back and review that one.
Yeah.
Challenge. Challenge.
2 calls like that back to back with 2 minutes ago, I might have had to challenge that one.
Yeah, I think so too. These are big free throws for Raekwon. Need both of those. And didn't even touch the net.
Yeah, this guy's Ray has played at numerous of different locations across those waters. This is light work for him at the free throw line. I don't expect him to miss this one. And both of them all net. Hey, now let me say this. That foul call, along with Ray's foul call on the block, the previous play before, I think both of those are play-ons.
Yeah.
I don't think TJ got fouled there.
So in essence, what you're saying is they getting too involved. Refs getting too involved with the game.
Yeah, the refs are starting to tighten it up at the end of the game instead of calling it the same way they've been calling it all game. Let the boys play. If it's minimal contact, you've been letting them play all game. Continue to let them play.
And PJ
Was that a pass or a block?
Man, I don't know what it was.
I think
PJ, that was a strong finish.
I'm gonna say that was a pass because that was a crazy shot by Steve there. Here you go, Mark. Get a stop here.
Got to get the rebounds.
Slow it down. Slow it down. Slow it down.
Mark puts up another one. Not able to get that one to go.
This is what I mean. You're up 2 with a minute and a half to go. Slow down. Steve and PJ at half court.
And Steve for another 2 points.
What did I tell you? Savages definitely had a chance to win this ball game, especially once I knew Don Julio wasn't going to be available. They just have to figure out how to close games. But with a 4-point game, still with a minute 3 left in this ball game, this game is not over.
Oh, no. And because of the Titans and just who that team is, this game is far from over.
Yeah, right now, their singular focus should be, let's come out, we get a bucket this possession, and we come down and get a stop.
Bucket and
that
stop.
should be your focus.
Yeah,
you get a bucket
man.
and a stop, you give yourself a chance to get in overtime.
I ain't gonna lie, man. We've had good games all day today. You know, I don't think it's been any game where it's like, man, this is boring. Like, we've had good games all day today. I mean, this game,
barn burner at the end of the day.
Every game has been a barn burner for the most part. Every game. Because, and even in y'all's game, you saw how interesting that game got towards the end.
It's always, with a team a team coached by me, regardless of what the score is, we're going to continue to fight.
And I'm just going to say this, man. Jarrell Tate is a freaking good basketball player, bro.
Yes, he is.
Knowing, the percentage that he actually is and seeing how effective he is in the game, bro, that dude is a darn good basketball player. That's all I got to say.
And what you're witnessing this season is him as a shell of himself.
I know. That's what I'm saying. The percentage of what he is right now.
Yeah.
Man, listen. And still finding a way to be effective. But anyway, we're going to go back to Titans and Savages.
Coming out of the timeout, Barry with an illegal screen called on them. Down 4, Savages ball. That's going to hurt. They have to get a stop here.
Here we are again. This is where we say the Savages give it away. Let's see what they're going to do.
I like a Steve and PJ two-man. Look at that. Steve and PJ. Right to PJ. Catches it. Oh, they got to stop. The Titans got to stop. They need it.
See, PJ's got to get back, though. See, PJ.
Offensive foul.
I think that's offensive. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's offensive.
The veteran, Steve, giving his body up for the betterment of his team and for the victory that they're pursuing, man. I take my hat off to Steve for giving his body up right there. He wants to win.
He wants his win. They're gonna challenge that charge, but I think that was offensive.
Yeah, Steve was waiting on it. That was an obvious foul call. This is a bad challenge for the Titans. But I understand why they would challenge that now.
I think you have to try.
You have to.
I think you have to try, especially as a coach. You got to try to give your team something right now.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? They've been talking in the huddles. They've been doing all the things. As a coach, you can't actually go on the floor and do anything. So I think you have to try.
You know that bothers me.
What's that?
Because I still can play. So sometimes I give my team a direction. They don't handle it the right way. Next thing you know, I want to get out there and show them how to get it done.
You want to go suit up? No. Hey, look, champ. I know it be like that sometimes, man. It be like that. It be like that. But yeah, you can't. You kind of can't do that. But the ref literally put his thumb down. He said, negative. Bad.
That was an obvious charge.
It was. Yeah, we saw that one. We saw that one from here.
It just goes to show you, man, regardless of the amount of talent that you may have, you have to have a system and you have to have players that buy into your system in order for the team to be what it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
And I think there's an identity crisis with the Titans right now, and that's the reason why they continue to find themselves in these close games and possibly losing the second game that maybe they shouldn't have lost.
Yeah, now here's the thing. Here we go. TJ just had a travel called on him, and it's like, here yet again, this is what it said.
This is the Savages. They're going to stay in the game, but they're going to give you chances to stay in the game as well. Let's see if the Titans capitalize.
And Steve with the steal and the foul.
You gotta. I'm sorry, man. There's so you can't say enough about Steve.
Yeah, listen,
Steve is your best perimeter player. Not only does he facilitate your offense and lead your team offensively, just think about what he just done in the last minute, the last 30 seconds of this ball game, under a minute to go. He's taken a charge. He's gotten an open floor steal. He's making plays for his teammate. Steve is making winning basketball plays, and I can only imagine having him on your team has to be one of the biggest luxuries in the league.
And he might ice this game for them right here.
Make it a 2-possession game with 30 seconds to go. The second.
Titans
Still a
gotta work.
Possession game.
Titans got to work quick, though. Renzo puts up a shot. Shot no good. Roy can't control it. And got a rebound. And they said it's going to be white ball.
Oh, Penn is bleeding.
Yeah, Penn had a little blood drawn.
Slow it down, slow it down, slow it down. Bring it out. There you go. Steve,
we should be about going to the line, too.
Steve is such a smart basketball player. He
is
a big reason why they won this game. It has nothing to do with scoring. All the little things that Steve did, breaking presses, keeping the team under control, making winning plays on the defensive side of the basketball. If anyone's to win this player of the game today, it's definitely got to be Steve.
Yeah, it's got to be Steve. Most definitely has to be Steve.
Steve has done things to win this basketball game that will not show up in the box score.
Mm-hmm.
So to understand the impact of certain players, even players that fill up the stat sheet, which is what Steve does, he fills the stat sheet up. But making the plays that don't show up on the stat sheet, you have to be able to see somebody do that. And I think talking about Steve's importance, not only to the Savages, but as a basketball player, you can't speak to it enough.
Yeah. And I think that's going to do it for this one. You know, somebody might hit a three and make this a little interesting, but other than that, I think that's going to do it. Well, 5 point.
That's game.
Yeah, that's going to be game. I was about to say, James, why did you foul him? But, you know, we teach play all the way to the end until you see triple zeros. Free throw no good.
Now, I will say Steve has been horrendous at the free throw line today.
Horrendous.
Horrendous. If he shoots 80, 85%, he's around 60% today from the free throw line. Just like I told you.
And that's going to do it. You called this one, sir.
I told you. It's Sky West basketball in a nutshell right here, this game.
Man, listen, you called this one. You said that they were going to take it. You said they were going to pull it out, and that's exactly what they did.
They're going to stick around close enough to shock you in the end. That's how they play. 3 games in a row is all I needed to. I know it now.
Yeah.
And I got the Savages next week.
Oh, they playing the Panthers next week. Oh man. So you're gonna be doing some game planning this week.
You think I'm not?
Listen, you better. If you know what's good for you, you better. But listen, I remember a conversation that took place last year where they said that Steve was not a top 10 guard in the league anymore.
When that conversation happened, I told them they was tripping. There's no way he's not in the top 10 this year. And I mean, he's not towards the back end of that top 10 either. If he's not top 5, he's around that 5 to 7 range, if you ask me.
And he showed it tonight. He showed exactly why it's a situation where, you know, he's a top 10, he's a top, easily top 10 guard in the league. But we're going to go to Alicia on the floor.
All right, Savages, how y'all feeling?
Yeah.
Y'all say don't count y'all out just yet. I see y'all.
Yeah, they can't count us out. This is a whole different season. We coming hard this season, baby.
Absolutely. Y'all definitely killed it out there. So I saw a lot of teamwork, a lot of speed, a lot of energy. So it was a motivation, guys.
Savages versus everybody at this point.
The motivation was last year.
We ain't going back to last year. It's a whole new season. We progressing each and every game. So
right.
From this point forward, it is what it is. You went all the way, you getting stepped on.
Savage ball or no ball.
At all, homie.
Period. Congrats, guys. Congrats. Okay. All right. They said don't count them out, y'all. Savages is here, and they here to stay. And that is a wrap on week 3, y'all. Catch us Tuesday for Let's Hoop. Peace.